Hello, everyone. Sue.oneschuk here, continuing the lessons of the workbook of A Course in Miracles. And thank you for being here. Today, we are continuing on with lesson 190. And the lesson for today is, I choose the joy of God instead of pain. And it says, pain is a wrong perspective. When it is experienced in any form, it is a proof of self-deception. It is not a fact at all. There is no form it takes that will not disappear if seen aright. For pain proclaims God cruel. How could it be real in any form? It witnesses to God the Father's hatred of his Son, the sinfulness he sees in him, and his insane desire for revenge and death. Can such projections be attested to? Can they be anything but wholly false? Pain is but witness to the Son's mistakes in what he thinks he is. We don't remember that we were created in the image and likeness of God. That's where, again, it said pain is but witness of the Son's mistakes and what he thinks he is. We think otherwise than that we're created by God. It is a dream of fierce retaliation for a crime that could not be committed, for attack on what is wholly unassailable. It is a nightmare of abandonment by an eternal love, which could not leave the Son who it created out of love. We're the ones, again, the only problem that, we're here to solve is that our belief in that we're separated from God. It said pain is a sign illusions reign in place of truth. It demonstrates God is denied, confused with fear, perceived as mad, and seen as traitor to himself. If God is real, there is no pain. If pain is real, there is no God. For vengeance is not part of love. And fear, denying love and using pain to prove that God is dead, has shown that death is victor over life. The body is the Son of God, corruptible in death, as mortal as the Father he has slain. Peace is such foolishness. The time has come to laugh at such insane ideas. There is no need to think of them as savage crimes or secret sins with weighty consequence. Who but a mad man could conceive of them as cause of anything? Their witness, pain, is mad as they, and no more to be feared than the insane illusions which it shields and tries to demonstrate must still be true. It is your thoughts alone that cause you pain. Nothing external to your mind can hurt or injure you in any way. There is no cause beyond yourself that can reach down and bring oppression. No one but yourself affects you. There is nothing in the world that has the power to make you ill or sad or weak or frail. But it is you who have the power. You have the power to dominate all things you see by merely recognizing what you are. As you perceive the harmlessness in them, they will accept your holy wills as theirs. And what was seen as fearful now becomes a source of innocence and holiness. My holy brother, think of this a while, Jesus says here. The world you see does nothing. It has no effects at all. It merely represents your thoughts. And it will change entirely as you elect to change your mind and choose the joy of God as what you really want. You might ask yourself, what do you want? I know I want God. I want joy. I want peace, and I want love. It says yourself, your higher self, is radiant in this holy joy, unchanged, unchanging, and unchangeable forever and forever. And would you deny a little corner of your mind its own inheritance and keep it as a hospital for pain? A sickly place where living things must come at last to die? The world may seem to cause you pain, and yet the world, as causeless, has no power to cause. As an effect, it cannot make effects. As an illusion, it is what you wish. Your idle wishes represent its pains. Your strange desires bring it evil dreams. Your thoughts of death envelop it in fear, while in your kind forgiveness does it live. Pain is the thought of evil taking form and working havoc in your holy mind. Pain is the ransom you have gladly paid not to be free. I'm going to read that again. Pain is the ransom you have gladly paid not to be free. In pain is God denied the Son he loves. In pain does fear appear to triumph over love, and time replace eternity and heaven. And the world becomes a cruel and a bitter place where sorrow rules and little joys give way before the onslaught of the savage pain that awaits to end all misery, all joy. I'm going to read that again. And the world becomes a cruel and bitter place where sorrow rules and little joys give way before the onslaught of the savage pain that waits to end all joy in misery. Lay down your arms and come without defense into the quiet place where heaven's peace holds all things still at last. Lay down all thoughts of danger and of fear. Let no attack enter with you. Lay down the cruel sword of judgment that you hold against your throat and put aside the withering assaults with which you seek to hide your holiness. Remember, there's a lesson previous that sickness is a defense against the truth. So it says, here will you understand there is no pain. Here does the joy of God belong to you. This is the day when it is given you to realize the lesson that contains all of salvation's power. And it is this: pain is illusion, joy, reality. Pain is but sleep. Joy is awakening. Pain is deceptive. Joy alone is truth. And so again, we make the only choice that ever can be made. We choose between illusions and the truth, or pain and joy, or hell and heaven. Let our gratitude unto our teacher fill our hearts as we are free to choose our joy instead of pain, our holiness in place of sin, the peace of God instead of conflict, and the light of heaven from the darkness of the world. Another very powerful lesson. And I'm going to continue on here by reading some parts of the workbook companion. Again, the reference is below this video here, and this workbook companion is written by Alan Watson and Robert Perry. And the contemporary that they've written, I'm going to read some of the reflections in this commentary. I should say commentary. Okay, so it said, this is what they're saying. This is a tough lesson. It confronts us with another of those blocks that, we've been talking about, what's been talked about in the previous lessons. The apparent reality of pain. It says, as the lesson clearly states, pain seems to bear witness to a nightmare of abandonment by an eternal love. That's in paragraph 2, line 5. And it witnesses to God, the Father's hatred of Son. So anyone who has experienced serious pain knows what this is talking about. Anyone who has had a loved one endure deep, constant pain knows the questions it raises in the mind. How could God allow this to happen if he is love? Even the milder forms of pain tell the same story, raise the same questions. So what then? Do we need to wallow in guilt because our mind has not entirely been renewed? And of course not. And it says in paragraph 4 that the time has come to laugh at such insane ideas. There is no need to think of them as savage crimes or secret sins with weighty consequences. If the way to remember the love of God is to look without judgment on our denial of him, then seeing these insane ideas in our mind is a necessary part of the process and the indication of progress, not regression. So again, when we see this, it's to be open to it, without denying the fact that we do judge. And the cure is not guilt, it says in this lesson, but laughter. It says basically we have two choices in regard to pain. Either it is caused by something outside of us, which means ultimately that we are innocent, suffering at the hands of an angry God, or that there is no God and we are subject to blind fate, or it is caused by ourselves, our own thoughts. And if the former is true, we have no hope of escape. Now, if the latter is true, we can escape by changing our thoughts. And this is what we're doing in this course. It's a mind training course. We're changing our thoughts. We are unlearning. We're looking at what it is that we think we already know, and we are learning something new, that there is a better way. So it said the course's position is crystal clear. It is your thoughts alone that cause you pain, not external to your mind, can hurt or injure you in any way. Nothing external to your mind can hurt or injure you in any way. No one but yourself affects you. And that's quoted from paragraph 5 in this lesson. This is all about the cause and effect. It's our thoughts are the cause of the effect that we are experiencing. So it says it takes some practice. We need to practice to learn to use these thoughts without any guilt. And we're responsible, but not guilty. The course is very clear on this, that as well. It also takes practice, perhaps even more, to use these thoughts when interacting with someone who is in pain. May God forbid that we should ever use this line of reasoning to make someone feel guilty for their pain. So the course is equally clear that if we are unable as yet to fully accept this, if our level of fear is still too high to rely solely upon the mind to relieve pain, a compromise approach is necessary. Again, this is all a process. It says to attempt to forego medication, for instance, when to do so increases our fear, that's counterproductive. Healing is the release from fear. What causes fear cannot be healing. So you might want to refer to the text, chapter 2, verses 4 and 5 regarding this. Again, there's different levels here to our healing. And again, it's telling us if we're in fear, it's important that we still take the medication. Again, healing is the release from fear. And what increases fear cannot be healing. So we cannot be healed if we're holding on to the fear. So it said, let us then learn to increasingly apply this lesson in ways that our level of fear can tolerate. And let us recognize, for instance, that the person, for example, who cuts us off in traffic has not hurt us. It's only our thoughts about it that hurts us. And also let us recognize or realize that the person who seems to reject our love has not brought us any pain. Again, it's only our thoughts about it that cause the pain. So again, we're undoing our fears. And again, the Course tells us we don't want to look at our fears. And if we're not going to look at our fears, we can't progress here in our healing. That's why it's important to go within and truly be honest with yourself, where your fears are. What are you afraid of? Where are you living from the scarcity principle? Fear of loss, fear of not enough, fear of being rejected. Those are the things to be examining as you do these lessons. So I'm going to go on here. So it's suggesting you take frequent holy instances to come without defense into the quiet place where heaven's peace holds all things still at last. And and it says that again in this lesson. And feel the love of God within. And set aside any unmerciful self-judgment, even if only momentarily. This is what we are practicing as we do these lessons day by day and stay aware and conscious. So these holy instances, again, can train you to experience deeper, more lasting release from all pain and liberate the joy that has been smothered by your pain. And it says again in this lesson, pain is an illusion. Joy, reality. Pain is but sleep. Joy is awakening. Pain is deception. Joy alone is truth. So that is lesson 190. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. Another powerful lesson to practice today. All right. I hope that's been helpful. I know as I reflect on these lessons and continue to reflect on them, prepare for this video, I know that I get these lessons even at a deeper level. And it is my intention to continue on with A Course in Miracles in my life because I am choosing the joy of God today. I hope that is for you as well. And all right, I look forward to being with you in the next video for lesson 191. In the meantime, please go below and like, comment, share. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps to build this community, and we are growing. All right. I think that's what I want to say for now. Share the video out. That's the part. There are people looking for this. I know there's many, many paths, but I know when I picked up the book years ago, Marianne Williamson's book, A Return to Love, I knew this was for me. I could not put that book down because her book was all based on the Course in Miracles, the principles of the Course in Miracles. So again, be generous, share it out wherever you can. And what else? That's it, I think, for today. I look forward to being with you for in the next video for lesson 191. All right, from my heart to yours, I extend much love, much joy, and go forward in peace today. Bye for now.